Okay, we are back. Our journey continues. And Ungrim Iron Fist is still around, the little fool. Apparently he's going to destroy me, judging by the favour bar. I don't quite see how. He doesn't have that much. I suppose they've got him himself. Ungrim's pretty tough. We'll just retreat for now anyway. No need to fight that. No point. Oh, he's coming after Varenka Hills. But now Grimgor's reinforcing. Probably not a good idea for you there, Ungrim. Let's see how this plays out. And he's dead. Oh no, he's not completely dead. He's still got a 1 in his little health bar section, so he might still be alive. Yep, he's still going. Apparently, it's almost impossible to kill the bastard. Ungrim the Blade. Hopefully we can get rid of him this turn, and that will be the end of the Dwarves, the faction the Dwarves. Obviously the other kinds of Dwarves are still going to be around, but I believe this is the last Dwarf. It's only him with no life. So Grimgor's going to finish him off. I'm kind of tempted to just put him in a one-on-one with Grimgor, but probably a waste of time. He's got no life, so he wouldn't last very long. One hit and he'd probably go down. There we go. Dwarves are destroyed. That's one of my 3 local enemies dealt with. Now I'm going to look south to Karak Azul, and we're going to take some of this stuff. Shall be mine. So I've taken some time to replenish my armies, rebuild my strength, and prepare to attack the south. Grimgor Ironhide himself leads one of the armies, and Bladab Squigbeard leads the other. I've also left an army back up Varenka Hills, just in case the Barak Var get any bright ideas. So now we push onwards to Black Iron Mine and Karak 8 Peaks. So I think the time has come to build an almighty troll cave, because they will be very, very useful to me. I could also build a Goblin Tinkerer bench, which would get me some Goblin Rock Throwers, but I think the armor piercing of the trolls is going to be more useful. Anyway, got my armies down south now. Let's get them in the underways. It's going to be the quickest way to get the other side of this mountain. Let's do Grimgor first. I need to get him a bit closer. Why, what? Bladab can make it. Apparently I've used up all of Grimgor's movement range in the space of about 10 feet, which is a bit odd. That's annoying. I guess when you're in underways you can literally move once and that's it, because it's used up all my movement range. Well, that's messed up my plan a little bit, but that's okay. So I'm going to send Bladab's army to Black Iron Mine. They should be able to take that. They're the smaller army. And then Grimgor's army is going to Karak 8 Peaks, which has quite a formidable garrison. But let's end this here turn, and we'll see what goes down, if anything. I'm not sure if Karak Azul will have any armies knocking around, or if they'll come up and try to defend these places. I imagine they will, because why wouldn't they? But they don't seem to have any armies in the immediate vicinity. Got a mission issued. I'm not going to do that because I'm nowhere near ready to be at war with those guys. The Dwarves are enough for now. Let's prepare these 2 armies to attack. Let's get Grimgor over here if we can. Wonder if it's actually quicker to... No. I thought it might be quicker to run him round rather than going under, but apparently not. So let's go under. He's ready to attack on the next turn, or at least begin the siege rather. Not going to attack straight away. So we're going to have to wait a few turns. Let's have a look at the garrison anyway. It's got 16 units, so that's going to be pretty tough. I may need to bolster Grimgor's army a little bit because it's 17 units I've got, so it's going to be a 17 on 16, and they're much tougher than I am. So I'm going to give him the big uns from Squidibs. Squidibs? I can't remember his name. Bladab Squigbeard's army. I'm going to call him Squidibs from now on instead. Sounds better. Squidibs. Let's just have a quick check if there's anything worth building. The public order down here isn't fantastic. Is it worth building another thing? I don't really have the money at the moment, so we probably won't do that. Public order's okay up top. Jolly good. Okay, let's skip the turn. And we'll see how this plays out. Should be able to give Grimgor the big uns this turn, and then he can begin his assault. And I don't think Squidibs should need those big uns, so he should be fine to take Black Iron Mine with what he has. Black Venom War. I think that's another orc tribe, the Black Venom. As long as they don't come my way, it's all good. Wandering Gifts. Great migration of the tribes. don't really want -3 obedience, so I'll go minus on the growth. Oh, Squidib's army is taking some attrition. They've got low fightiness. We're going to have to sort that out. Let's give them the big uns first. They're going to be a little bit beaten down, but shouldn't be a problem. We'll send Squidibs off to deal with Black Iron Mine, and now we can press on Karak 8 Peaks. Let's just check that Squidibs can actually still take Black Iron Mine. I don't think they have a garrison. Yeah, they've only got like 5 units, so they should be fine, even with a bit of attrition. They should still be able to take it. Right, Grimgor. It's killing time. So it's a siege. We could attack right away, but that would mean that I'd have to climb the ladders. And if you remember in one of the last episodes, I mentioned about ladders potentially giving exhaustion. I actually did test this myself, and it does do that. I had Grimgor climb a ladder, and he went from active to exhausted just in the space of a ladder climb. And some other units went from active to winded, so it does affect your units' fatigue. So do be aware of that if you siege things yourself. But anyway, let's build some siege equipment. I'm going to take a bunch of towers and a ram. That should be more than enough for this engagement. We are going to have to wait about 5 turns though. So it's going to take a little while, but we'll press on to there. We'll press on. I do have this army up north still, as I am cautious of Barak Var. I don't trust them to not attack me again, because they're still kind of hostile with me. I'd like to get a hero so I can go and look around their area just to see if they've got any armies up there, but apparently I don't know where all my heroes have gone. I know I have one down south somewhere in the Karak Azul area, but I could have sworn I had another one. Apparently not. Oh well. One more turn to wait for my troll cave. That'll be nice to have. Those trolls are going to be really useful against dwarves. That armor piercing should hopefully chew through them a little bit, because that's the trouble I'm having at the moment. I have no armor piercing, which is what I fear at Karak 8 Peaks, to be honest. But I've got some big uns and some black orcs. They've got armor piercing, but we'll see how well they do.
The bloodlust of your boys has attracted more of your kin to their banner.
A war has spawned for me.
Ho, ho, ho. Unstoppable.
Well, this certainly bolsters my forces on this attack on the south. It's the magic. Oh, and I've had a hero recruited. I was just looking for a hero. This is the best day ever. A war and a hero in one turn. What a great day. Okay, I've never had a war before, so I'm not quite sure how they work. I guess I can't control them by the looks of it. What can I... Oh, I can set them a war target. So it's kind of a little army under my control. That's pretty cool. Right, we'll go and do that. just go and take Karak Azul. Do they take it for me, or are they their own little army? They better be doing it for me. Whoa, I'm taking some serious attrition over here.
Bring the bad moon.
I think I was stood in the mountains. Oh well, that should still be enough. Oh, we're just out of range. You taking a piss? Back it up. Well, no hurry, I guess. We still continue to besiege Karak 8 Peaks. That's still going to have a good few turns. Well, I've got my new hero here. Let's try and send him over here somewhere. We can get him to have a look around. Azig Murderer. Troll cave's there. Oh, I'm going to make this. This is a stunty mine. Look at the income that generates. 1,200. Up from 900. So it's an increase of 300. Pretty good. I will do that. Okay, let's push on. See what goes down. Ooh. Karak Azul. Let me guess. Peace, 3,000. Not bad, not bad. However, I'm about to take your precious Karak 8 Peaks and Black Iron Mine, so no thank you. And Karak Azul, actually. My war should hopefully destroy that place. Walk. Oh, not this again. One has more turns remaining, that's why it's less. Okay. Didn't see that before. What a fool. Now let's take a moment just to have a look around down south, because I can usually spot armies sometimes. And you can at least get an idea of what's going on. So the top knots are pretty much no more. They've got an army here, but it's not very much. It's just savage orc archers mainly. So they're going to struggle to do anything. If I could help them take something I would, but I don't really have the time or the people at the moment. My war's on the way, taking a bit of attrition. Oh, we can attack this now. If we can't win this, I will not be best. Whoa! 50-50 for... Look at the size of my army compared to theirs. I'm a little bit beaten down, but still... Fuck it. I'm going to have to chance it. Fuck yeah. cool. Didn't really want to fight that. It was only 6 units. Not really much point. If we lost, it would have just been rather embarrassing, but we would have come back. Probably gotten the second time around. Okay, so we have Black Iron Mine now. Let's begin by building a money maker. How are we doing over here? We got 1 lot of towers, 3 more turns, and we'll have the rest of our towers and a ram. The time draws near. So we're about ready to besiege Karak 8 Peaks, but there is a Karak Azul army on the way. Quite a large one at that. Let's send my spy over, maybe he can slow them down in some way. My War is besieging Karak Azul now, so that's good. We hopefully should have that in a few turns. Our siege equipment is now built, so we are ready to attack and press on Karak 8 Peaks. The matchup is fairly even in this one. They've got more skirmishers, but they can also fight their skirmishers. They can do a bit of melee, so it's kind of even in a way. I've got boar boys who aren't going to be much use unless I can get them inside. Got a doom diver that's probably not going to be able to do a lot outside of the walls. So this is going to be interesting. I'm definitely going to come with a plan this time, not like my last one where I just kind of went in crazy, overwhelming style. This one I'm actually going to have a think. So let's see what we've got. My best units seem to be in the towers, my Orc Biggins and Black Orc, so that's fine. That's what I want. I want them to be the first on the walls, because they're the toughest. I'm going to get 2 attacking on one side. And this third one, this fourth one even, I'm going to put some crappy night goblins in it. And this is an age-old Total War tactic here. I'm going to put this single tower over here by itself. And what this will hopefully accomplish is making the enemy put a few units on this wall to defend against it, which will pull them away from the main wall, my main attack. And I'm going to put my boar boys over here as well, because it's a win-win this situation. So if they don't put anything on the wall, it'll allow my goblins to get up there, and then they can open the gate and get the boar boys in the door. If they do, then it pulls away from my main line. So either way, I win. I can't really lose with this little situation. We'll see what they do. Let's get my doom divers at the side. Put them at a bit of an angle. Maybe they'll be able to hit something. Face on, they can't generally hit anything, so I need to put it at an angle. Let's get my ram. Let's put some crappy night goblins on the ram. They're an expendable unit. If they die, doesn't matter. Let's take all my orc boys. These guys are all going to climb up after the towers have reached. They're going to reinforce the biggins and such. Grimgor, you can hide behind a tower, maybe. Try not to take too much damage. Missiles, they can pretty much just be a sponge. If they take a bit of damage, it's not a big deal. They're not going to do a ton in this battle. Not until they get to the other side of the walls, at least. So I'm going to pause the game to start with and issue my orders, because those towers will do a fair amount of damage fairly quickly, so the less time I can spend exposed to them, the better. Okay, they have put units on this wall to defend against my 1 unit of night goblins, so that's good. It means that my main army is going to have a slightly easier time. We'll just put them over there. Doesn't really matter, to be honest. They're not going to do much damage. Night goblins against dwarves are pretty much useless, so they're purely a diversion tactic, which clearly is working quite well. So let's begin, I think. Let's do it. Oh, get the ram going as well. Get the ram on the gate. Get these boys ready to move up, so they can be ready to climb the towers. The more we can keep them out of the way of the skirmishers, the better. And as for my skirmishers, they're pretty much just going to be cannon fodder. Going to try and attract some missiles from them so it draws away from attacking my orc boys. Get some on that side. The Orc Biggins should hold their own against any dwarves, I think, as well as the Black Orcs and the other Orc Biggins, of course. My boar boys are just taking fire from those missile towers, so I'm going to move them away because of the stupid infinite tower range of the missiles, like so. My goblins are coming up. They're not afraid of anything. The towers are nearly at the walls. Taking quite a bit of tower damage though. Hopefully none of my towers break, or we will be in trouble. Doom divers, let's see who they're firing on. Let's get them firing on. They should do. Might be able to hit that unit. If they can get a few kills, every little is going to help in this battle, so we're going to need it. Nearly at the walls. We're going to be greeted by some skirmishers on that side, and then probably dwarf warriors or longbeards on this side. Grimgor's nearly there as well. Okay, all is going okay so far. Just about to arrive on the wall. No one's there to meet us. This is good news. Look at a good view. Here they come. The big boys. We're going to get them straight into the side of those skirmishers. Bring them down as well. The quicker we can clear the wall, the better. We're just pouring out on this side as well. Awesome. Okay, let's start to get all the rest of these boys up the towers. Just start blobbing up these walls. Hopefully my ram isn't too far behind either. We can get in that front gate. That would be helpful as well. We can attack from as many sides and as many points as possible. Let's get some of these boys off the wall. I don't want these guys firing up at me like that. That is not good. Get down there. Get down there. Go, 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 go. Okay, getting into these quarrelers, I think. Yep. That's going to be good for us. I'll keep them off our Black Orcs and our big uns. We can proceed to clear the wall. Ram is nearly there. It's taking a sweet time. Get into them. Some dwarf warriors down there now. Gonna need to get those guys some help over here. We're pouring out, but we're pretty surrounded, and we're taking missile fire. Jesus, where's those night goblins? Oh, they actually abandoned that side. Okay, I might get both my tricks in one here. I drew them away from the wall initially, and I might be able to get the gate open. Let's tell my skirmishers to get up on the walls. They might end up getting into fights with people, but that's okay. Gonna get these guys ready to go in the gate. Get more of these guys on the wall. I'm gonna overload this side a bit. This is good. They're not really putting up too much resistance on this side, so it's allowing us easy entrance to the fort. Try and get them around the back if we can. We're getting rained on by these skirmishers. These are my worry. The skirmishers are my worry because we don't have a lot of armor, a lot of our units. Skirmishers are really going to tear us apart. Look at how many arrows are going off in the distance over there. Ridiculous. We need to find a way to stop them, and fast. Well, they're going to cut far too many of us down. We're going to get around the back now anyway of this little line, hopefully. They may run into something else. More skirmishers. More of my orc boys have arrived on the walls. On the left side, we are starting to struggle, I think. We have beaten them down quite a lot. My skirmishers have come up the ladder. Oh dear. Up the tower, rather. I meant to tell them to go up ladders because it doesn't really matter too much if they're exhausted, I don't think. We're in the gate now anyway. This is good news. We can start to flank a bit better. Let's bring all of them in. Oh, my night goblins have achieved their goal. They've opened the gate, so let's get the boar boys in. They're going to help sufficiently. Oh, they have been absolutely destroyed by arrows. Look, 11 units left in one of my orc boar boys. That's ridiculous. What are you supposed to do with cavalry in sieges? Like, you're just not allowed to use them because they're going to get shot by towers all the time. Come on, man. It's not really fair, is it? I know sieges are a little bit easier now because you can climb the walls and stuff, but yeah, those infinite range arrow towers are pretty fucking stupid in my opinion. Starting to rout them on the walls a bit though. Going to start to look towards the centre. We pretty much got this little wedge here surrounded now. Hopefully we'll be able to break this. This includes their general somewhere, I think. So the battle may be lost or won right there, because that's kind of a main bulk of both the armies. Then it's just a lot of skirmishers of theirs to deal with. We've got about 5 men left in one unit. Good stuff. Let's try and get round into these skirmishers. So even now they're firing on my boar boys. Dickheads. Oh, the Black Orcs are just sat there taking missile fire. Urgh. Micro fail there. Some orc boar boys doing nothing as well. My right side is pretty much done. Grimgor seems to be the only man left. The only orc left, I should say. The skirmishers are there. Let's get them firing a little bit. Still got so many skirmishers, man. It's the skirmishers that are doing me in. Their infantry isn't that dangerous to me. I mean, it's dangerous, don't get me wrong, but the skirmishers are the ones that are really going to tear me apart. Try and disrupt them as much as possible with my orc war boys. Here we go. We're going to get a nice charge here. Just you wait. Come on, boar boys. Come on, get these little bastards in the back. Here we go. Come on. Fucking come on. Dwarves everywhere. I love watching them go flying. Brilliant. Okay, good. We have disrupted their skirmishers. They're probably most dangerous part of their army at this point. Don't want to keep them there in fighting though, because they're not great in fighting as ball boys. Oh, we're losing in this bit now as well. This is looking grim. Black Orcs and some ball boys are fighting some quarrelers. Okay. Got a unit over here doing nothing. Let's get them into the rock throwers, grudge throwers. Skirmishers, get up on the walls again. Fire down on anyone you see who is not an orc or goblin. Well, I'm losing men thick and fast. Let's try and surround this little group if we can. Grimgor's pretty much holding his own up on the wall at the moment. This side's pretty much done. It is not looking good. I am slightly concerned. My boar boys, got a few boar boys left. Let's try and rout these quarrelers, keep them from coming back. Okay. Oh, my night goblins have been engaged. They're pretty much done then. Oh, we're starting to rout some stuff on the walls though. This looks good. The walls are being tidied up, so we are winning on one front at least. Grimgor, let's get these boys down to flank them. They're getting shot in the back, which is nice for us. We're starting to rout this little bunch of units. Come on, come on, come on. Right in behind them. Do as much damage as possible. Good, they're all starting to rout now. Okay. Things are turning. Things are turning in our favour, sort of. Get Grimgor on the floor. War boys are still hassling those quarrelers. Goblins have been destroyed. Doom divers are moving. Why are they moving? Stop moving. Might as well get them off the Doom divers now. Get them in as units, because we are going to need every available orc. Okay, let's try and form up to get these missiles over here. They could be helpful. The missiles can take down a few of their missiles. That's good. That's just all I need right now. Lowering the missiles. Let's get into their general. If we can get him dead, let's line up to tackle. Let's tackle him. So we're going to attack him and tackle him at the same time. A tackle. Making up words here. Now, they've got their general unit left who's in pretty strong condition, as are all the rest of their units. So they've got about 5 melee units left. We have about 3 and a bit. Some ball boys though, and some skirmishers. So it's relatively even. Just charge these. Oh, fucking brilliant. They just went absolutely fucking flying. Wonderful. They're still not routed though, the tough little gits. Right, let's get these Doom Diver men into the back of the general, then hopefully that will make the general turn and we can charge him in the back, potentially. There is a unit of miners coming for me though. Let's get... Whoa! What the Jesus is that? They have some very weird pathings in this game sometimes. Okay, Doom Divers are engaging the general. We're going to charge this unit of miners if we can. Or we're just going to run along behind them really slowly. It's a very strange charge, but whatever. Let's get some big boys over to deal with them. Grimgor himself can go and deal with that. Get the boar boys away. We want to try and keep the boar boys alive because they're going to be pretty important. I have some orc boys over here engaged with dwarf warriors. Let's try and finish up the general first. We won't worry about them just yet. Let's try and get a charge in the back of the general. The Doom Divers have just routed those, so this charge is going to be not so good. Maybe if I can get these skirmishers on them. What? No, not them. What? I'm so confused. I have my skirmishers and my boar boy selected. Let's pull them down here. Okay, so it's pretty much just a general unit on this side now. We'll engage him with the archers, because they're not terrible in melee combat, the Arab boys. They're not great, but they're not terrible. We can flank him, we can attack him from both sides. We should be able to beat him quite comfortably, although it seems to struggle to even reach him at this point. We keep getting stuck on miners that are routing. Get out of the way, everyone. Just kill him. Poor Black Orc. Yeah, he smashed one orc right in the response. So I think if we can get this general unit dead, we should be in with a shot of winning this. They still have quite a lot of units left in the centre, and dwarves can sometimes be difficult to rout. We're peppering them with missiles now though, so that's awesome. Starting to rout one of the smaller units. I'm going to deliver a charge to this one better unit, dwarf warriors, just to try and break their spirit a little bit. Come on. Come on, lads. Here we go. Dwarf flying time. Oh, they turned around as they came to it for some reason. That was bad for them. We'll pull them back now. We've only got 9 units left. 9 men left. 9 orcs left in that unit. Got to be careful. Don't want to waste them. Okay, we're routing the general now. Or we have done, I think. Have we? I think he's gone. Yep, he's off skis. Let's get the Doom Divers chasing him down. Okay, the middle's gone invisible for some reason. Pretty sure those arrow boys would be able to see anyone in there, but okay. Let's form up and prepare for our final attack on whoever's left in that centre part. Gonna bring some archers to the side though. Always got to be looking for a bit of flankage. We seem to have mixed units left. Mostly infantry of some kind, but doesn't really matter to me which kinds of what at the moment, because it's all the same to me. Because we're all exhausted, we're all half dead, so matchups don't really apply so much here. Not at this point. Let's prepare, let's line up. Oh, we've got some units over here. They didn't quite route, that's good. Okay, we're going to line up against these dwarf warriors. Black orcs, a few biggins, and a bunch of orc boys. And Grimgor himself. Doom Divers are still chasing off the general. Wonderful. Let's form up. Here we go. They're coming for us. You want some beer? Don't worry about that meager unit. Get him, Grimgor. Everyone, charge. Here we go. This land or death.